Hace 2 años queríamos celebrar que Ángel se hacía mayor de edad, así que hicimos una fiesta por todo lo alto. Yo hice la tarta y sus amigos le hicieron muchísimos regalos. Hacía tanto frío ese día que tuvimos que estar dentro de casa todo el rato. Pero aún así, Ángel luego me dijo que esta fiesta le había hecho muy feliz. Hacer can be used in a lot of ways. It means a lot of things. It's to do, to make, but also to create, to execute something, and to provoke something. In Spanish, we use it a little bit more than in English. Let's see a couple of examples. Hola a todos, welcome. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe so you can see one of my lessons every week. And I'm also really happy to announce that I have a new course called Sounds of Spanish, where I break down all the sounds of Spanish, the pronunciation of Spanish, across all the accents. And it's basically like a gym to train your ear. So if you want to check it out, you can go to the website. I'll leave the link below so you can check it out. The first thing I said is hace 2 años. This is the way that in Spanish we would say 2 years ago. Hace 2 años. Like if you want to say the time that has elapsed, then you say hace 2 años. Hace 5 minutos, 5 minutes ago, hace 5 minutos. This here is in present tense because I'm telling you a story that right now, 2 years have elapsed. So like hace 2 años. Ahora. That's why I'm using the presente de indicativo. But maybe I'm telling you a story about the past or a story in the past. And I'm saying that from this point, hacía 2 años. And I'm using the past because I'm talking about something that in the past 2 times elapsed up until that point in the past. Okay? Or en el futuro, hará, o el año que viene, next year, hará 2 años que vivo aquí. Next year, it will have been 2 years since I live here. It will be 2 years ago, but in the future. ¿Ok? Hace 2 años. Hace 2 años queríamos celebrar, we wanted to celebrate, queríamos celebrar, que Ángel se hacía mayor de edad. Hacerse mayor o hacerse mayor de edad o hacerse algo, it's to, in this case, se hacía mayor de edad means he was coming of age. He was becoming legally an adult. So se hacía mayor de edad. He was becoming, he was transitioning into, he was creating himself as an 18-year-old person. Se hacía mayor de edad. You can also say, hacerse mayor, it's really common. It's to grow up. Hacerse mayor. Hacerse mayor, to grow up. In this case, I use the pretérito indefinido because I'm talking about 2 years ago, he was coming of age. Se hacía mayor. It's not like I'm saying a specific day on a timeline. He grew up, boom, all of a sudden, he said like he was coming of age. He was becoming an adult. Se hacía mayor de edad. If I wanted to use the pretérito perfecto, simple, I would say se hizo mayor de edad. But then I would say se hizo mayor de edad el día 15 de agosto, you know, and then I would say that day on the timeline, se hizo mayor de edad. He became old enough to, you know, do things. But I'm saying that during that year, during that period of 2 years ago, he was growing up, okay? Se hacía mayor de edad. Así que, so, hicimos una fiesta de cumpleaños. Hicimos una fiesta, hacer una fiesta. We made a party. I think in English you say you throw a party or you have a party. In Spanish we say hicimos una fiesta. Hacemos, in the present, una fiesta. And here I'm saying hicimos una fiesta because it did happen on a timeline. And this maybe is the reason why I'm telling the story. It moves the story forward, is on the timeline. It's not decoration. Hicimos una fiesta. Okay? We threw a party. We create, we execute the party. So we make it. We make the party. Hacemos una fiesta. And then I say, hice la tarta. Yo hice la tarta. In English, you say I baked it because you're more specific and you say, I baked it because that's what I did. I put it in the oven and I baked it. But we say I made it. I created it. I produced. Hice la tarta. Again, I made it. In a specific point in the timeline, hice la tarta. Not hacía la tarta, because hacía la tarta is like, in general, as a background, me there baking the cake. No, I did it. Y sus amigos le hicieron muchos regalos. Hacer regalos, it's also like we say, instead of to give presents, we say to create, to produce the presents. They gave him presents. Le hicieron regalos. You could say le dieron regalos as well. They gave him presents. Le dieron. But you will also hear le hicieron regalos. We also say that. This one again is the pretérito perfecto simple because we put it on the timeline. They gave him presents. Le hicieron regalos in that specific point. It's not like, whoa, they were giving him so many presents. No, they did it. Hacía tanto frío ese día. It was so cold that day. You must have heard that. Hace frío, hace calor. It's cold, it's hot. Hace viento. So for the things that the earth does, all the conditions on earth are doing this, are doing the hot, are doing the cold, are doing the wind, are creating it, are producing wind. So what we're saying with hace frío, we're actually saying it's producing cold. It's, it's creating cold. It's creating hot. It's creating wind. And I'm saying it in pretérito indefinido because here my point is not saying like, hizo frío, it was cold. I could have said that. Hizo mucho frío. Boom, that's it. That's on the timeline. That day was cold. But no, I want to tell you a bit of the background of all this that I'm telling you, of all this party. I want to give you background and I want to tell you it was cold, Hacía frío, and I want you to imagine the day being cold and all of us being inside, because I said tuvimos que estar dentro de casa. We had to be inside of the house todo el rato, all the period of time, todo el rato. So I want you to imagine that. I don't want you to just see it as a thing on a timeline. Check, that's what happened. No, I want you to see, hacía frío, it was cold. So we had to be inside of the house. Tuvimos que estar dentro de casa. And then, pero aún así, but even like that, aún así, regardless. Luego, after that, so we're in the past, but then I'm referring to something that happened a bit after the past. I'm the present, okay? This is the past, this is the future. So we're in the past, and then I'm saying luego, after, but still not now, after this party, luego, Ángel me dijo, he told me, I say me dijo in pretérito perfecto simple, because it's still in the past from me, okay? Me dijo que la fiesta le había hecho feliz. And I'm saying le había hecho. And había hecho is pretérito pluscuamperfecto. And it's the one that we use to say something that happened in the past, but it's referring to something even further back. Pluscuamperfecto, more than past, more than perfect, which is the past. So, we had a party here, and hacía frío, y hice una tarta, hicieron regalos, all that happened here. But then, luego, Ángel me dijo que la fiesta le había hecho muy feliz, had made him happy. In English, you also use the verb to make, which would be one of the translations to hacer. It made him happy. So we also use it for things that provoke an action. So la fiesta le había hecho muy feliz. And here is the compound verb. We use the verb haber. And if you have more questions about haber, check out my video that I'll leave in the description about haber. Okay, so this is all for now. The verb hacer is a verb that has a lot of ways of being used. it means a lot of things because it's part of a lot of expressions. And I'm going to leave a link here of the dictionary, the official dictionary for Spanish. And so you can see all the different expressions and the meanings that hacer has. But this here, this little speech that I gave you here is really common. You will hear these uses and these tenses a lot. So it's good to, have it. If you want to access what I was showing in the screen, you can just click another link that I'll leave in the description and practice with it. And nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.